Hello and welcome back to the KCC channel. I'm Rob and I hope you're having a wonderful day today. Today we're jumping into some Tales from Tech Support. Our first story today comes to us from Texas Technician. Printer problems follow her. Let's jump right in. 3 stories about one woman and how every printer she has breaks. Story number 1, this POS copier keeps jamming. Tech gets a call about a copier jamming, goes on site and asks boss where the jams are happening at. Well, the person who reported the jamming is out to lunch, but she said it's coming from the top part of the printer. No worries, I'll run it and get a few jams and fix the problem. Thank you, Tech's first name. The boss has known Tech for ages. Tech proceeds to test the copier, finds no faults, and then charges half price for the call. Tells boss to call if the problem happens again because they couldn't get it to happen. Call back. The copier is jamming again, same problem. Okay, I'll be out there later today to fix it. Tech does the same routine again, finds no faults, and decides not to charge for the service call number 2. Boss was shown that the copier was functioning normally. Callback number 2. This copier is still jamming. Oh, okay, I'll be out later today too. No, I need you here now. You've been here twice and haven't fixed the problem. How long will you be on site? 20 minutes. I'll be there in 5. Small town FYI. Tech gets on site and goes straight to the copier and runs it. 0 problems. Boss comes out and is visibly irritated that Tech has been here twice and not fixed the problem. I cannot get this thing to jam. Does it jam for you? I never use the dang thing. Karen is the one who has the problem. May I talk to Karen? She left right after you talked to her. When she gets back, tell her to call me, please. I need her to run the machine so I can see what's happening when she uses it. I don't see how that will help, but I guess I can. Oh wait, she just pulled up. Hey Karen, can you come here a minute? Run this copy for me. Karen approaches the copier and is visibly irritated. While mad dogging Tech, Karen puts the paper in the automatic document feed and presses start. Kaboom, instant jam. Tech takes the same set of documents, runs them, no jam. What the heck? This copier is a piece of crap. Hey Karen, can you run this set again? Fine. Karen places the paper in the document tray and proceeds to press start. Stop. What? Let go of the paper, then press start. Explanation. Now, I know what you're thinking. Karen is so dumb that she has been holding the paper, preventing it from feeding, but that is not the case. Karen was holding the butt end of the paper up while copying. On the document tray of the copier, there are sensor flags. The flags detect the length of the paper. The paper being used was legal size paper. Because Karen was holding the paper up, it couldn't sense the paper size and would jam because the paper was too long. Charge me for every call you've been out here for. Karen, I need to see you in my office. Next day, 7:45 a.m. Karen calls me. Hello, how can I help you? Your printer won't work. What problem are you having? It won't let me print a check. What tray are you using? The front one. Oh, I know what's wrong. It's a simple setting. I can walk you through. No, you need to come fix this right now. Ma'am, it's a simple setting. You can change it in less than 1. No, this printer is a POS. Come fix it. Ma'am, if I have to come on site to change this, it'll be a minimum charge of $120. Fine, come fix it. Karen hangs up the phone without saying bye. 1 minute later, boss calls me. Hello, this is boss from XYZ company. The new copier is broken, and you're gonna charge me to come fix it? Sir, the copier is not broken. It's a simple setting that, meaning you didn't set it up correctly. When I sell a product, I support it to the fullest. This is unacceptable. You will come and fix this, and I will not be paying for it. Okay, I'll see you soon. 1 hour later, I show up on site. Walk through the door. Boss, Karen, and a few workers are all in the office. I say hello, walk to the copier, touch the screen 3 times, and then tell Karen to please print a check. Checks print without a problem. I look over at boss, and his mouth is open and his eyes are wide. The sudden realization that his secretary is an idiot. I walk over to boss and say, I need to have a word with you, sir. How I was spoken to on the phone this morning was unacceptable. I am so sorry. I was really busy and heard you were going to charge us, and I wasn't referring to you, sir. Your secretary was incredibly rude. We generally give advice to customers on how to change simple settings without charging them. This setting, as you saw, was about as difficult as telling a customer how to change their AC from hot to cold. They are an HVAC service company. I've been working in IT for about 10 years, and I have never been treated like how I was treated this morning. I apologize, and this will never happen again. Thank you for coming out. No worries, if you ever have any questions, please don't hesitate to call us. I get back to the office and see Tech. Tech, you won't believe what I had to deal with this morning. There's this lady named Karen at XYZ Company, and this morning she called. Wait, I know Karen, I've got a story to tell you. Proceeds to tell me the story from story number 1. Story number 3, oh hi. This happens about 3 months after story number 2, in a town an hour away from where the last story occurred. I am pulling up to a bank who's been my customer for about 8 years, and spot boss in the parking lot. He waits for me so we can walk in together and chat. This is the day right after I set up a new copier. Good to see you, yada yada yada. The employees love the new machine. Good to hear, I'm glad. Here's that toner I forgot yesterday. Boss spots someone in the distance. Oh hey, come here for a minute. OP, this is our new employee we hired yesterday. Meet Karen. Karen recognizes me. Oh hi. Internally, I say F. I visit this bank about twice a quarter. That was the first and last time I saw Karen. I don't think she lasted long, and thankfully didn't have to deal with her. You see, boss at this location has a background in IT and IT security. I never confirmed, but I have a suspicion that he sussed her out pretty fast. Now, down below this one, there was a comment from RPBM. It says, "That's hilarious because by the title, I thought this story was about me. Back in the dark ages, I worked in a call center. The copier on the floor, a decent commercial model, from all accounts, worked perfectly until I started. For the 6 to 7 years I worked on the floor, IT tore their hair out trying to keep it running. It was repaired, traded out with others of the same model, never worked well. I eventually was promoted to a different department, different building. Heard from friends in the call center that the printer is finally working without multiple IT calls. Meanwhile, in the new office, both of the same type of small commercial model, as well as the giant floor model multifunction, now has regular issues. They continue to have problems until the company was sold a couple years later. I never did anything to the printers, just hit print." And OP replied to this comment with, "You're the kind of customer that keeps me employed. Thank you, kind stranger." So going back to the story, first of all, yes, I changed the name to Karen, because $C made me think of something else that probably wasn't appropriate for YouTube. Okay, now let me know in the comments down below because I'm not quite sure what the legalities of this would be, but couldn't OP have said something to the boss of the bank at the end? Like, hey, I've dealt with this person before, and they've screwed up every piece of equipment they've been near. Just keep an eye out. Do me a quick favor, have a look down below the video. If that subscribe button's still red, it means you're not actually subscribed to the KCC channel. Please hit that subscribe button for more daily Reddit stories. Our next story today comes to us from Alan476. I didn't think that my mom would be my next story, but sadly, she is. Let's jump right in. I am preparing to move in with my mom as her myeloma is getting worse and she shouldn't be driving nor some other tasks. I have to install approximately 10 new network cables in my room, 3 new in the laundry room and office, and rerun the living room. I have a lot of wired network devices, plus I am changing the Wi-Fi to a mesh Wi-Fi. Also, we will have 2 different networks with one carrying all the home automation and cameras. The other will be for entertainment, internet, and printing. I've had to buy all the items needed over the last 3 days. So today I went to Home Depot to get everything that I needed. Keystones, punch-down blocks, a camera, smart plugs, etc. I get everything and head back to the hospital as today is chemo day for her. I pick her up, she is tired but okay. What did you do this afternoon? Went to Home Depot and got the rest of what I needed to change the network cabling. I better have internet when you get done. You'll have internet. In fact, it will be much faster than what you have now. I don't want it any faster. So you want to waste time waiting for the internet to load the next page? Well, no, but I also don't want to go too fast and break something. You won't break anything. You're going to make this too complicated and I won't be able to use it. Don't worry, it'll be easier for you to use. That reminds me, you need to fix my tablet. What is wrong with it now? It won't turn on. When was the last time you charged it? When you went to the hospital to have surgery. So 3 weeks ago. Mind you that she has had this tablet for 6 years. Well, charge it. Your internet broke it. No, it didn't. I haven't done anything yet. Also, my phone is broken too. I can't send a text. Cue a 1-hour tutorial when we got home to refresh her memory about how to send a text. She just switched to iPhone from Android. She wasn't pressing the send button. tablet was at 1% battery, it is 6 years old, so she needs a new one soon. You need to change the Wi-Fi password. Why? The guy on TV said I should. The Wi-Fi password is fine. Plus, in 2 to 3 weeks, it will get changed anyways. I like the password now. Then why did you just ask me to change it? I didn't ask you to change it. And chemo brain strikes again. I'm going to have fun when I do change it over. P.S. Mom refuses to get higher speed internet. Her one Roku in the bedroom lags and buffers. So no, I have to get my own internet for streaming. Normally the comment section on Reddit is a little bit toxic and, well, just not the best place to be. But every once in a while you get a heartwarming comment like this. It's from Pokey1984 and says, I hope your mom does better soon. If I can offer some advice, I'd recommend investing in some cheap picture frames for notes. She's going to forget things. Leaving notes is the recommended action for the situation, and something that has success is putting them in picture frames and setting them out in appropriate locations. Like, print out a little note with an attractive border or something that says, the Wi-Fi password is this, and put it in a place that's visible from her favorite chair. You're installing hardware in the laundry room, put a frame note on the wall next to it that says, these cables are for OP's work stuff. People tend to take notice of something that's framed. It's a reflexive response to think, that's in a frame, so it must be important. I'm not overly familiar with chemo, but I have worked with family members with dementia. Notes and post-its get disregarded and overlooked. Putting the notes in a frame makes them important. So when mom gets confused as to what these lights or this device is, a frame sign sitting right next to it can at least say, stop, this is important, even if she doesn't quite understand in that moment why it's important. My cell phone number is currently written on the big mirror in the living room because mom keeps forgetting how to access the stored numbers in the house phone, and because she panicked the other day when the power went out and she had to use the corded phone that doesn't have a speed dial feature. She doesn't have a cell phone, she isn't comfortable leaving the house alone these days, and we really can't afford an extra cell phone. So I grabbed an Expo and wrote my number on the mirror so she can't lose it. I've been really proud of my own mom lately. She'll be 70 years old this month. 20 years ago, she was fair to decent at operating tech, and she's had a difficult time keeping up the past few years. Last winter, she developed some serious problems. She's on supplemental oxygen and has to monitor and record all her stats several times a day to watch for worsening heart and lung problems. My sister and I have gotten her a bunch of devices to help with this. The home health place gave her a pulse ox meter, but she was having trouble with it, so we upgraded her to one of those fitness bands. It was approved by her doctor, and I found her a scale that could sync to her tablet because her balance is no good, and she has trouble standing on the scale and leaning forward to read it. I'm incredibly proud of her because she's figured out not only how to use all these things, but she synced them all to our home network and connected those, plus her CPAP, to her doctor's office, where they all send regular updates. And she set them all up by herself with absolutely no help from me or my sister. I mean, she still pages me in the other room to come push the button to reset the router. It only has one button. And the other day, she got the television stuck on a streaming service and couldn't figure out how to switch it back to antenna. The remote has a button that says antenna, but she's doing really well with the rest of the tech in the house. It's a fine line to walk, keeping a balance between helping enough and helping too much. You have my sympathies here big time. Don't forget to take care of yourself too. I'm discovering that's really important. I just want to say I have the utmost respect for OP and also for the commenter down below. Taking the time to look after a family member in need can be very taxing, so remember what the commenter said right at the end. Make sure you still take time for yourself. It's very important and can help you keep your head clear. We drifted a little far away from the Tales from Tech Support, so let's go with one more story from this OP who screwed the pooch. Okay, I just got it. Rush support request, but no details. Let's jump right in. This particular incident happened a few years ago, but I still get similar requests a few times a year. Sales team needs to submit a ticket for sales support. There is even a default template: client name, client number, account number, issue, steps to replicate. Last point usually isn't included, but the first three are crucial to discerning and addressing issues in a timely fashion. Salesperson couldn't be troubled by any of this. Ticket comes in with, "We have a problem with holding company, fix it." I looked up the holding company. They have 4 companies under them, each servicing 2 to 50 clients. I add this to the ticket, and we'll need more information. Who exactly is having what problem? Salesperson says, Just fix the damn problem. They are an important client. Do it now. They literally put this in the ticket. Okay, I see this is very high priority for you. We'll start reviewing every account for this holding company. It should take about 1 to 3 hours to review each account, and given they have over 150 active accounts, we should have this review completed in 4 weeks once your sales VP authorizes my support VP to only work on this for the next 4 weeks. Even then, without additional information, we may miss the exact issue that spurred this request. If you provide the account number and the issue, we can probably resolve it in the same day. Salesperson doesn't respond for 2 weeks, then follows up with, "What's the status?" You didn't include authorization or more information. The account reviews have not started. It's been 2 weeks, multiple expletives. How could you have done nothing for 2 weeks? He adds his manager and the sales VP to the ticket. I copy and paste my, "Okay, I see this," response to the top of the ticket, bold the sales VP authorizes, and same day parts, and ask, if it was an actual priority, how could you do nothing when we're waiting on you? My desk was about 50 feet from the sales VP's office. The whole floor clearly heard him chew out the salesperson. Blaming support for your own F-up was what I remember most clearly. Formal reprimand was entered into the salesperson's employee file. My VP was in that meeting. She stopped by afterwards. One minor thing, please put the ask next step at the top going forward. By the way, it was awesome how you were both offer solutions, cover our butts, and F you at the same time. She was a good boss. Well, I think that's how every ticket should be handled, honestly. Offer the solution, cover your butt, and say F you at the same time. It would definitely make the help desk day a little more entertaining. Check out all 3 OPs plus the commenters linked down below. I thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you tomorrow.